Okay, so today we are going to be replacing a Moen 1225 faucet cartridge. You can see here the replacement part. It's a single lever part. We have one handle and the hot and the cold built in there. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is turn your water supply off. So you want to find your supply, and it should be vertical. That means the water is on, and when you want to turn the water off, turn it to the horizontal position. Okay, first what you want to do is take the little cap off that blocks the screw. And now you just want to unscrew the handle. And with the screw out of the handle, it should pop off pretty easily. There you go. And this is the unit that we're going to replace. Next, you want to take off the cover with screws. The screws are out here and here. This cover should pop off. Now you may notice if you have a lot of caulking around the outside, you might want to cut it with a knife to help it come off, but mine came off very easily. Next thing that you want to do is just pull this cover off. It should slide right off. Place it aside. Okay, now you want to take off this little retainer here and keep it. Make sure you do not lose this. And one of the most important things that people miss is taking out this pin right here. You can see it on the inside there as well. You must take out this pin and do not lose it. It should come right out there. You may need a set of pliers. Do not lose it behind the wall. You will need this later. Now you're going to want to use the little plastic white tool that should come in your new Moen cartridge. You're going to put this tool on the valve like this. It should snap in and not wiggle. You'll see little tabs on the top and the bottom that this should go around. Okay, you're going to put that in, and then you're going to take a set of pliers and move this about a 1/4 inch at a time back and forth, which should loosen up the old unit. Some will be harder than others just based on how old it is. Once you've loosened it, you can use a set of pliers like this to pull on this part of it and pull straight out from the wall. And the unit should come out. This is a new one, so this one was relatively easy. This can be very challenging. You may need to use the white piece to loosen it up for quite a bit of time, and feel free to pull. Now you can take your new unit and reinstall it. You are going to want to look out this hole right here. That should be on the side of the wall that you want the hot water to come from. So in my example, the hot water, you turn it to the left here if you're looking at the screen. That's where you want that hole to be positioned. Otherwise, you can reverse your hot and your cold. And when you're installing, and you can rotate this later, but you want to make sure that the two tabs on the new unit are up and down. So at the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock position. And you just push in the new unit. You want to make sure you push it in behind the valve. If you don't push it further enough back, the pin, when you replace it, will not go in. You may need to use the white piece that we used earlier to put it on there and help push that back a little bit. And you can see the plastic tabs are sub-flush to the brass. Now, in order to get the pin to fit, you may need to use the white piece to align your tabs perfectly to 12 and 6 in the unit there. See, mine are a little bit crooked. My tabs straight up and down vertically. It's okay if the pin itself is a little bit turned. You just want to make sure you get those tabs straight and that piece is pushed back far enough. Okay? And now you're going to take the pin. It is crucial that you reinstall this pin, or else you could risk this piece projecting out when the water pressure is applied. Now, the pin should go in. If you've pushed the unit back far enough, the pin should go in very easily. If you're forcing the pin, you risk breaking it, and the unit is probably not pushed back far enough. So you can put it in by hand pretty loosely for that first bit, but you want to make sure there's a lip on the underside of this as well, similar to the opening on the top. So you want to make sure that you push the bottom feet down through the bottom as well, and it should click in just like that. And you'll know it's secure there. Okay, and now you can put your washer on. It should fit only one way. You can push that back. And the unit should sit just like that. All right, now you're gonna wanna put your cover back on. You're gonna want the tabs to be in the back, or else your decorative cover will not fit over this. You should be able to see that this top part here lines up with the little bit of the pin that still sticks out, but you do wanna have that pin as far down as you can go. And that should slide on with ease. Okay, and now you should be able to take your cover, again, with a notch that should fit right over there. And you want to take your screws and reinstall. And I'm installing the second screw here. I never like to completely tighten the first one just in case there's alignment issues, so I like to do that a little bit, come to the second one, and then tighten both of them at the end. Okay, now you should be able to put your handle back on, and you can see it's not a perfect circle on the unit, and that should align with the back of your handle. So if you can line up those flat sides with the flat sides in here, should be all set. And once the handle's on and is moving freely with the unit attached, you can put the screw back in. You can go ahead and, once that's all screwed, you can snap the cover back on. And that's all screwed in. Snap the cover on. Perfect. Now we'll go downstairs, turn the water back on, and give it a shot. Okay, so right now the water to the house is in the off position. All right, I'm gonna turn it up vertical. You'll hear the water start coming back on, and vertical is in the on position. Okay, and now we're back and we can try the water. It might sputter a little bit at first when turning the water back on. But it's going smoothly. You wanna test it out, go hot and go cold, and make sure you got it correct.